All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again. Donald Trump wins huge once again, and the left is freaking out. Now, we got to get straight into this one. Even what Laura Loomer said on Twitter, she said, just in, President Trump's sentencing in New York has been delayed by Judge Juan Merchan following a request by President Trump's legal team. The original July 11th sentencing date has now been moved to September 18th. So, you know, you got the left that's freaking out right now. And what you got? Rachel Maddow, Nancy Pelosi, all of these people are crying over and over as long as Trump keep getting these wins, especially the win by the Supreme Court. Like I said, they are just all scattered around, just running around, crying, jumping from platform to platform, just hollering right now. But we definitely gonna get straight into this by Benny. I think this video, Benny's video, is like 20-some minutes long. We gonna just play some of it just so y'all can get up to speed about with everything that's going on. Like I said, Alvin Bragg is pissed off that we hearing all over Twitter. He is mad. But all of these people are corrupt, man, going after Donald Trump because you can't beat him. So you're trying to put him in jail. You're trying to put him in prison, and y'all talking to people from The View, telling them what Donald Trump's sentencing was going to be. All of this stuff is starting to just blow up in their face. So like I said, make sure y'all please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody who clicked on the video for the very first time. And shout out to the one who always watches the entire video. I really, really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Breaking news, baby. Breaking news.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump, presumably, is no longer going to be sentenced in New York for his little paperwork crimes. This is incredible. This just hit the wires seconds ago. We have the order. I have the order here in front of me. New York prosecutors do not oppose Donald Trump's sentencing delay after immunity ruling. So part of our show today was going to be that Donald Trump has challenged, reporting the news that Donald Trump has now challenged, given the immunity ruling at the Supreme Court yesterday.
Yep.
Donald Trump is now saying, hold on, this changes everything. And as president, I have immunity for official acts. And that would presumably be official, like acts that have to do with running for president too. And isn't that what the charges were in New York?
Yep.
Wasn't that the whole point of the trial? Was that you did this in order to run for president? So what does that mean? What is an official act and an unofficial act? Well, as we discovered yesterday, that's going to take years, decades, a millennia for the courts to decide.
Yep.
And now the court in New York has effectively said they will not oppose the Trump sentencing delay in the hush money case. This broke seconds ago. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just like a 3-paragraph article here from the AP. Let's rip through it. Manhattan prosecutors said Tuesday that they do not oppose Trump's request to delay his sentencing. That was supposed to take place days from now, on the 11th. And as the trial is, he seeks to have the conviction overturned given the Supreme Court ruling, given broad immunity to presidents. Holy cannoli.
Huge win.
In a letter filed with New York court, prosecutors and Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's office say they would be open to a delay in the sentencing order in order to work through Trump's motions. This means that sentencing may take place after the convention or years after the convention. The letter came one day after Trump's attorney requested the judge delay the sentencing. The lawyers argued that the Supreme Court's decision confirmed a position that the defense raised earlier in the case. The prosecutors should be precluded from introducing some evidence that the team said constituted Trump's presidential acts. So would you get a mistrial here? Could you get a delay now that goes on for years, as these things tend to do? Here's the prosecutor's letter. Right now, shows you, ladies and gentlemen, what they are they have effectively agreed. This is again breaking moments ago. Here we go.
That's the letter.
Incredible. Let's read here really quickly here. We are in receipt of the defendant's pre-motion letter, so Donald Trump's pre-motion letter, seeking to file a motion to set aside the verdict based upon the Supreme Court's July ruling, Trump versus the United States. In that letter, the defendant requested a memorandum to support such a motion. The defendant's letter states that he does not object to an adjournment. This request filed on July 10th necessarily requests blah, blah, blah. Although we believe the defendant's argument to be without merit, we do not oppose the request to leave to file a pursuant request to adjourn sentencing, blah, blah, blah. So they don't oppose it, meaning that it's going to be now delayed for who knows how long. So there's the letter in black and white. Read it and weep. Incredible. Incredible, ladies and gentlemen. This is
that's another huge win, man.
This is breaking news. This is remarkable. We were planning on covering this in the show, but this is the breaking news on what's happening right now. Is Donald Trump is winning his court cases. Now he's going to be able to reverse engineer, because of the Supreme Court, all of these cases. This is it's a remarkable moment. Many would say perhaps an answer to prayer. Mm-hmm. So, in truly, truly historic times that we are living in. How can it get any better for Donald Trump right now? How can it get any worse for Joe Biden right now?
I'm telling you.
It can get worse, and it always will. This is the rule for Joe Biden. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A man named Harry Enton, who you may be familiar with if you watch the program. Mm-hmm. He is the only pollster on TV that we trust because he is, what's the right way to say this? Like he's like deep.
Like I said before, that's a huge win for Trump. That's the reason why you see Joe Biden, he up there scrambling, losing his mind. Rachel Maddow. I mean, CNN, if y'all think this something, if you go to CNN, MSNBC, they are over there just panicking, just mad, throwing temper tantrums. They are upset. These people want to see Donald Trump in jail so bad so they can have something to talk about, something to laugh about. They want that so bad, and when they don't get it, they just start throwing temper tantrums. I've never seen somebody, the most cruel people, who just wish and want to see Donald Trump in jail just so they can try to remain in power with Joe Biden. I mean, it is just ridiculous. And now Donald Trump is getting win after win after win, and they don't like it. But guess what? I love to see Donald Trump win. We know Donald Trump don't deserve to be in no jail or no prison or something like that. That was ready for Donald Trump to get sentenced. And now since it got moved to September, they throwing hissy fits now. They are throwing hissy fits over this. The Supreme Court begin threats from AOC and her cronies because she is mad. This is just ridiculous. These people are just disgusting people, man. Just horrible people. But another huge win for Donald Trump, man. Let's keep it going.
Honest and kind of entertaining to watch. And he's talking through Joe Biden's polls yesterday. Because there's a lot of fake news out there that the debate didn't affect Biden. Don't worry, the debate didn't affect Biden. Joe Biden's doing great. No, Joe Biden isn't doing great. Joe Biden's doing terrible. Check this out.
News YouGov conducted some polling post-debate. We can compare it to the pre-debate numbers. And the bottom line, Al, it's not any good. It's not any good. Look at this. Voters who say that Biden has the mental health to be president. It was just 35% pre-debate. Look where it's dropped to now post-debate, 27%. How about that he should be running for president? It was 37% pre-debate. It's now 28%. I have never seen numbers this big.
That's a huge drop off. These numbers are bad. These numbers are bad. And they trying to say that the debate didn't affect Joe Biden? Joe Biden was already affected before he went to that debate. After the debate, it just got even worse. It just got worse.
Bad for an incumbent president during my lifetime. I mean, that mental health to be president, just 27%. You might say, okay, you know, that's low, but a lot of people thought Biden was too old back in 2020. These numbers look nothing like this back in 2020. These numbers were bad already, and the truth is, Allison, they have gotten just considerably worse, even in just a few days after that first presidential debate.
Whew, man.
Wow.
Oh, man. Big mad. Libs, big mad.
They are mad.
And the honest ones are beginning to now suddenly black pill their audiences that they've been giving mainline copium and hopium to, that you're doomed. We just played you a clip of James Carville saying, what's the point of the Democrat Party? Maybe we should just liquidate the whole thing. Sell the DNC building. Like, we're not even a real party. That's the existential doom that they are now facing. Yep. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We were going to cover this on the show. Here is the news. Outside of the breaking news, Donald Trump moves to overturn New York hush money verdict just hours after SCOTUS ruling granted him unprecedented immunity. That's not true. It's not unprecedented at all. It's the immunity that has existed legally for a president for the past 40 years, but whatever. You got to write a headline. This is making all the right people turn and cry on TV.
That's what I just said.
We have a Salt That Lib.
I literally just said that they are crying tears right now, especially Rachel Maddow. Joy Reid, all of them are crying tears.
Supercut, that is delicious. Again, if you're sodium deficient, don't buy a supplement. Just watch our show. We have so much salt for you today. All of the right people are having hyperventilating meltdowns on TV over this. So it must be a great day for America. And it is a great day for America. We spent the entire 2.5-hour show yesterday talking about it and speaking with some of the best legal minds and experts that exist. Brett Tolman, Mike Davis, members of Congress. It's an incredible slate of individuals who came on the show to tell us this is just. And of course, this is simply an upholding of how America has functioned, how the executive branch was meant to function. The president shouldn't be caught in a lawsuit. Listen, without immunity, the president, no matter who it is going to be sued 250,000 times per day. That's how it would operate, okay? In order to just tie the president down. So it is the stupidest possible argument. And if you read Sotomayor's dissent here, you can realize as how smooth-brained, how dumb the arguments actually are, how stupid these people actually are. But instead of reading that opinion to you, maybe we might still do a dramatic reading of that opinion. We can't do better, though, than the dramatic readings yesterday from the libs as they cried themselves a river. Please pour salt into the comment section. We'll put your salt on screen for our Salt That Lib of the day.
Let's go. Salt That Lib.
The Supreme Court is functioning, and it is basically giving a green light for criminal activity in the Oval Office under certain circumstances, which I think, given the present state of our country, is very, very scary.
The president's interactions with the Department of Justice are absolutely immune. Terrifying decision.
For all practical purposes, this is absolute immunity. It's dangerous.
Professor, it's indeed a frightening scenario that you're outlining there.
The president becomes a king in that circumstance, and it's just incomprehensible that the Supreme Court could come to such a judgment.
Trump's Supreme Court has decreed him a king, and now it's just up to voters to say, do you want, there are no guardrails now. Second term.
Look at this, Sotomayor. We fear for our democracy, our dissent. Look at all this crime, man. All of this crime. And like I said before, they've been having fun all since last year. Every time something bad happened to Donald Trump, they was laughing, making fun of it over when Judge Engoron tried to make him pay that $500 million fine. And then you got Joy Reid, you got Rachel Maddow, you got all of these people kept saying, Donald Trump's broke. He can't pay that fine. He's broke. So they was having fun saying all that little semantics. And now when Donald Trump get a win, they want to go crying and stuff. Now they need paper towels, tissue, napkins to wipe their face. It is just crazy. These people are straight hypocrites. Straight hypocrites.
For Trump, there are no guardrails.
We've been on this steady march of acceptance, a normalization of political violence. Now it's almost codified.
I guess, theoretically, President Biden, acting within the scope of his official duties, could dispatch the military to take out the conservative justices on the court, and he'd be.
But then something happened today. Immediately following today's seismic Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity, Trump's lawyers advised the judge in the New York criminal case that they are going to ask him formally, they're going to file a motion asking him essentially to set aside Trump's guilty verdict, despite the jury's verdict in that case. After the after Trump's lawyers notified the judge that they were going to ask him to set aside the verdict, prosecutors then didn't send in their sentencing recommendations as they had been expected to do. Now, as far as we know, the sentencing is still on. But there is an element of uncertainty now as to what kind of a hitch this might be in finishing up this criminal case in which Trump has already been convicted. We can report tonight that Trump's lawyers have asked that the sentencing itself be delayed. And we expect that Judge Merchan will consider delaying the sentence after he gets both that request from Trump's lawyers, but also after he hears from the prosecutors on that matter.
Boy, they're just crying, boy, just crying. I'm pretty sure Benny finna show y'all how they was crying, bro.
It's still on. We hope. The sentencing is still on. It's definitely gonna happen, right? We're definitely gonna put Trump in jail. Boom! Biatch! No, the sentencing's now off. Boy, it's going to be tasty to tune in tonight.
It is.
To Maddow. Did you see the coat there? It's still on, right? We can still sentence him. Just really quickly here. Julie Kelly. It's so awesome. It is impossible to overstate how effing stupid Sonia Sotomayor is, she says. The real question is, did she cry after she wrote this?
She probably did.
This is in a dissent. You can see why Lawrence Tribe, who's a legendary lawyer at Harvard, advised Obama not to choose her because she's dumb. We don't have time to show you the letter. Lawrence Tribe, big-time leftist, said, please don't choose Sonia Sotomayor. She's low IQ, Obama. Like, he wrote that letter. That letter's public. The court effectively states there's a law-free zone around the president, upsetting the status quo that existed since the founding. The official act of immunity lies like a loaded weapon for any president that wishes to place its own interests over political survival. You know, there's something called impeachment. There's also something called laws of governance for our nation. It's like idea that you could send SEAL Team 6 to go kill an American. No, you can't, actually. You realize that's treason, right? You realize that the president is subject to military code. You can't just go murder Americans, unless you're Barack Obama, of course. Immune. This is in an actual decision. This is an actual decision. Look at this. Sonia Sotomayor. Is she sobbing? Is like, as she's writing this, are the salty tears like jamming up her keyboard? She probably doesn't know how to use a computer. Are they like getting into her pen or crayon as she writes this? Is it melting the crayon she's writing this decision
Just crying.
Only one person we'd want to talk about this subject with, ladies.
Well, all right, there we go right there. I wanted to play y'all some of that right there, though, but man, they are losing their mind, just crying, making up excuses and all type of stuff. So like I say, another huge win for Donald J. Trump, and these libs are crying. They are sad. They upset. They're making all of these excuses and writing all these sob stories and stuff right now. And it is what it is. Like I said, they had their laughter when Donald Trump getting stuff did to him. This man was pressured to be in these cold courtrooms every week and couldn't campaign like he wanted to. Like, come on. He couldn't even campaign like he wanted to because he was stuck in courtrooms. And he was still beating Joe Biden in the polls. Still beating him. And he wasn't even able to campaign like he want to. And when he do campaign, look how many people show up. 20,000 plus every single time. So like I said, y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this. Thank you all for watching, especially the ones that made it to the end. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.